At the edge of the village, Nanny stands tall and unmoving, her sharp eyes fixed on the horizon. She is a formidable figure, statuesque and graceful, with a quiet intensity that commands respect. Her long, dark hair is woven with beads and feathers, symbols of the ancestors who guide and protect her. Clad in garments of earthy tones that blend with the foliage, she looks like part of the landscape itself, as though the land has risen up to take human form in her. Suddenly, a scout runs up to her, breathless and wide-eyed. "They are coming," he whispers, struggling to catch his breath. "The soldiers, they're moving up the valley more than we've seen before." Nanny's gaze sharpens, but she remains calm. The colonial forces have tried to capture them many times, yet the Maroons have always evaded or defeated them. But this time, something feels different. The scouts have reported unusual numbers, soldiers who march relentlessly up the mountain paths, their clanking armour and heavy footsteps disturbing the natural rhythm of the land. The colonizers are determined, willing to burn down the hills if it means capturing Nanny and breaking the spirit of the Maroons. She glances at the sun, already beginning to set, casting long shadows over the hills. The darkness is their ally, the forest their fortress, and Nanny's mind races, plotting their defence. She raises her hand, signalling her warriors to gather, each one moving swiftly but silently to her side. Warriors of all ages appear from between the trees, fierce and disciplined, their faces marked with lines of ash and ochre, a reminder of the battles they've fought and the victories they've won. Nanny's voice is low but commanding. "Tonight, we defend our land," she says, scanning each face. "We fight, not with brute force, but with the wisdom and spirit of our ancestors. We know these hills, these paths. They do not. We move like the wind, striking fast and vanishing before they know we were here." The warriors nod in agreement, their eyes blazing with pride and loyalty. For them, Nanny is more than a leader. She is their protector, their symbol of resistance. Together, they spread out, each group knowing precisely where to go, where to hide, and where to strike. As dusk falls, Nanny takes her place on a high ridge overlooking the valley. Below, the colonial forces can be seen moving like a line of ants, their torches flickering in the gathering darkness. The soldiers are slow and cumbersome, weighed down by their armour and weapons, oblivious to the fact that they are walking straight into a trap. Nanny watches, her expression unreadable, but her mind sharp and focused. Her hand tightens around the spear at her side, the wooden shaft smooth and familiar. Tonight, she is not only a warrior, but the spirit of the land itself, determined to protect her people and drive these invaders back down the mountain. With a final glance at the approaching soldiers, she raises her spear, signalling the first wave of the Maroon resistance. Her warriors move swiftly, melting into the shadows, their forms disappearing as they become one with the land. The hills are silent, but the tension is palpable, a coiled energy ready to strike. And as the first ambush is sprung, the darkness erupts with the cries of battle, the Maroons moving with deadly precision, appearing and vanishing like spirits of the forest. Nanny remains on the ridge, watching the scene unfold with a fierce, proud determination. The invasion has begun, and with Nanny leading the charge, the Maroons will defend their freedom or die trying.